It's your boy, King Boyce Productions, and I am back at it with another video. So today, I'm trying a little something different. Now, this is going to be the first episode of a potential new series. I'm gonna try it out, see how you guys like it. If you don't like it, then we'll never do it again. If you guys do like it, then we could possibly make this a monthly series, a bi-weekly series. Probably not weekly, but I mean, who knows? If enough stuff's going on, maybe we'll do a weekly series on this, and we'll try and post one of these every week. I don't know, but this is where I kind of wanted to elaborate more on like current news stories that are happening within the rap genre, rap scene, and maybe extend it out a little bit into some other genres, but mostly in the rap scene, because that's what this channel has been mostly based around for its entire existence. I mean, the rap genre, it kind of extends out a little bit sometimes, to whatever other styles of music, but for the most part, we've stayed pretty consistent into this genre. So basically, this genre that my channel's been based around is what kind of news stories we're going to be talking about. Now, basically what I would do for anything news related is I would talk about it after I reacted to a video or before I reacted to a video, and it either made those videos super long or people didn't actually hear what I'm saying about, if you didn't watch the video, you don't hear my opinion on a topic, or if you watch my reaction to something, don't watch all the way through, you don't see my my reaction to a topic as well. So I thought this would be a cool idea, and again, if people don't like it, if people aren't watching, then we're hitting the axe on that, and that's okay if that's what people want. I get it. Some people are just here for the reactions and just here for the I wouldn't even say this is not like anti-fun, but for the more like, hey, we're doing fun stuff today, so some of these stories, we got 4 stories I want to talk about today. So I don't know how long this video. I'm gonna try and keep it a little tight, just because I don't want it, like, the videos to get too long and boring and drawn out. But I have 4 stories for you guys today, and we're gonna start. And there some of them are a little dated because I've kind of been gathering this throughout the last month, and I've just been kind of waiting until it was a good time to do a video for it. So the first story we have is, this was obviously a few weeks back now, but it was on a lot of people's radar. So Juice WRLD's ex, Ali Lottie, was basically threatening to post a sexual video of them. An explicit video is what I put. I'm trying to be like more newsy, like I'm trying to be like a little bit more PG, but it's probably not gonna happen. But recently, we all kind of have seen it happening over on social media. Juice's ex, Ali Lottie, has been consistently talking about Juice. Like, sometimes it's been in a positive manner, sometimes it's been in a negative, but mostly it's been in like this weird negative manner where she was like, just said all these bad things about him, which, may or may not be true. I know, like, if you're a Juice fan like me, I mean, look at all these posters I have. I'm a Juice WRLD fan. I love Juice WRLD. Like, she's just said some things that you're just kind of like, okay, was he really doing this, or is she just kind of like capping for the internet, for like the internet attention? Because she's kind of turned into one of those like internet attention seekers, because the word I'm going to use, but I'm gonna stay away from that, because there's so many people that just are fishing for clicks on the internet and impressions, especially now that like Twitter is so like ad based, and you actually get paid on Twitter now if you what is it, Twitter or X, sorry, I'm not calling it X, but you get paid on Twitter now for certain impressions. If you have like Twitter Blue or whatever it is, if you get a certain number of impressions or likes or whatever, attention, you start getting money for it. So a lot of people are just posting just absolute bullshit, literally just nothing for attention, just so they can get those impressions. So I don't know if she's one of those, but it kind of seems like it. There was like videos of her like trying to sell Juice's old clothes, which, at the end of the day, it's like, what is she supposed to hold on to him forever? And then like she was like flaunting her new boyfriend was like wearing the clothes and stuff. It was just kind of just weird stuff. Like, I get it. If she's like just selling them behind the scenes to make some money, I'm not too mad at that. because what is she supposed to like hold on to his clothes forever? It's been it was 2019 that he passed away. We're coming up on the 5, it's a while away, but it's been over 4 years now that he's been gone. So like I understand it's not holding on to, but it's weird like flaunting it on the internet. That's the part that I don't like. Like, don't sit here and like flaunt like, look at my new boyfriend and all of Juice WRLD's old clothes. Ha ha ha. It's just it just rubs me the wrong way. And her life, I mean, maybe this is probably the reason, but her life's kind of been going on a downward spiral since then. Not only have people been like just hating on her on the internet just because of all the stuff she's been doing, but she actually got arrested in early January, and this was January of last year, for possession of, it's considered possession of methamphetamine or cocaine. I think it's gonna be cocaine, and like I think she was like stealing from a store also. So it's like, again, maybe she's like super hungry for money, which is, I mean, obviously it's coming up on the actual story itself makes more sense, but like she's got doing all this bullshit, selling his clothes, possibly making up stories. Again, there's no way to tell if she's like making up these stories, like these crazy things about him. Now the latest endeavor is what the main story is. There's this, basically, people know, and if you don't know, she does OF. I'm not gonna say it because I don't know if you get instantly demonetized for saying it, but she does OF, and when you're in OF, you can subscribe to people, and then they can also send you like pay-per-view stuff like into your inbox. So like you have messages, and in the messages you can like get pay-per-view things that say like, oh, if you pay $20, you unlock this video. If you pay the money, you unlock this video, and then you can now watch this video. Just like a normal like pay-per-view event, like imagine like a Patreon type thing. Like if you pay this certain amount per month. I don't know if Patreon does like pay-per-view things, but that's like their thing. Like Patreon, imagine a Patreon, you get a certain tier, right? $5 a month, you unlock all these videos. But then you have you can also send extra content, which I think a lot of these like only let me not say because again I think you might get demonetized for that. But these OF people do is they give you stuff on the timeline, and then I don't really know how all of the business works. I don't really know, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, that's cap. No, okay, I don't really know how a lot of it works, but apparently she sent out this video, and it was like effing my ex, never before seen video or something like that, and she has it and sent it out for like $20. So it's kind of like, geez, like $20. She claims, this is what the big thing is she claims that hackers hacked her phone and were threatening to post this video. So she just, instead of just being like, oh, okay, whatever, she goes, okay, I'm just gonna make money off of it instead. So she claimed that that hackers were gonna post this video anyway, so she's just gonna get ahead of it, as she said, and post it herself. And then she goes on to be like, it's been long enough, I don't care. She said some super like explicit things about like, I haven't been clapped like this before, in a long time, and it's like all this like crazy stuff, which again, it might be just leaning into the OF model of being like super like exaggerated, so that people are like, oh, I gotta watch. I don't know. And then people that were friends with Juice are very upset. People that kind of voice their opinions, where like Denzel Curry voiced his opinion, DJ Scheme was big into it, kind of being like, yo, what the hell. And then obviously fans are super pissed about it, because I think I was kind of like looking into the law behind the stuff, and it's hard to like search that up. Like it's hard to search up that law that's like, if someone passed away, are they allowed to give consent for an explicit film to go up on the internet? Like, or is it like, oh, I'm in this, I'm alive for this, and I give my permission, but he never gave his permission, but I can just put, I don't really know how that works. And I don't even know what to look up. And I couldn't find any like actual evidence or anything or actual law that said anything about it. So I don't really know, but it's seeming pretty illegal, like, to me, because it doesn't seem right that like someone passed away and you're allowed to just blast them on the internet and post an explicit video of them that they would have probably never consented to when they were alive. Who knows? Maybe he would have I mean, I doubt that, but I mean, he's like one of the biggest artists in the world. I don't think he needed extra money from like OF and stuff. So, but I don't know. And I cannot find this video like anywhere, and I wasn't searching as like I need to see this, but I wanted to see if, because like usually people, when stuff like that drops, people just leak it, or people just like will screen record or like anything. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I'm thinking that this whole thing was like cap maybe. And like, but again, there's like no updates on any of these news sources either. So I'm not really exactly sure what happened there, because I'm not seeing the video. It's not like, on Twitter, Twitter's just a rat hole right now. So like people will post whatever. I thought for sure it would have been on Twitter. I thought for sure it would have been, someone would have bought it. If it was $20, someone would have just bit the bullet, bought it just to see what's happening, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So I don't know. I don't know if this was all up like some sort of stunt. I don't really know if maybe it wasn't him in the video and she was just lying about that. I have no idea. I really have no idea. So if there is an update to this story, I will let you know. But as of now, it's kind of open, and everyone just kind of seemed to forget about this. So I'm not really sure. So the second story we have today is UMG takes all their music off of TikTok. Now, this happened the first week, or the first of this month, or like the end of last month, first of this month. UMG, Universal Music Group, decided to take all of their music down off of TikTok, which, in case you were wondering, is a lot. They have 57 major artists and then a crap ton of other artists, like an insane amount, like stuff you wouldn't even realize. Like so many labels have subsections that are actually like, so many labels are subsections of UMG. This includes artists like Post Malone, Drake, J. Cole, The Weeknd, Juice WRLD, a lot of other artists, Bad Bunny, Ariana Grande, Doja Cat, Taylor Swift, like so many big artists. Music is just gone off of TikTok now. And if your video already existed with that music, it's just muted. So now you guys know, I mean, especially through this channel, like when I post TikToks, a lot of them are music based. I would say about half of my content on TikTok is muted now. And it's a sad day. TikTok is one of my biggest platforms. I had fun posting on there. But yeah, all my videos got muted. I hope they're able to strike a deal again at some point, and maybe they'll unmute them, but who knows? Maybe all my TikToks are just ruined. I don't know. So UMG responded to everything that happened, and they claimed of these three major reasons why they pulled the plug out of TikTok. They said for financial compensation for artists. Basically, these artists are not getting any financial compensation for people using their song, which I get it, because on TikTok you make money the more views that you get. Clearly, like if you're in the creator program in TikTok, you get paid based on every like 1,000 views or something like that, or maybe it's every 10,000 views. I don't know I don't remember how it works, but you get a certain percentage of the money. And I guess they're just not paying back out to artists. So people are reusing these artists' songs hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of times, but they're not seeing any compensation from it. Now, obviously, for a lot of these bigger artists, it's not as much of a problem as like the smaller artists that have a song go viral, but I mean, I guess it is what it is. I don't know. The second thing they said was protecting artists from AI usage online, which TikTok has been kind of crazy with that. But I saw that they added a new feature on TikTok where you can mark if a video is AI generated or not, like the poster can, which I don't know if they're forced to do that or their video gets taken down if it's an AI video. But I saw recently, like, if you see like an AI video, it has like a little thing at the bottom that shows this was AI generated, verified by artist, or verified by poster, or something like that. So I think they're trying to get away from that a little bit, trying to see like, let's show people that we can protect against this AI stuff and not make people think certain things are real when it's just fully AI generated. I don't know. And then they said online safety of users. I'm not really sure what that one means entirely. I mean, is it, the fact that TikTok is owned, by a, I forgot who it's owned. It's owned by a Chinese company, I'm pretty sure. And if I don't know if that's what they mean. I don't really know. And then they were also saying TikTok is trying to be a music-based business without paying for the music, which, makes sense. TikTok basically responded saying that what their move was greedy and what exactly did they say? Hold on. Oh, they painted a false narrative created out of greed. Now, I can see that too, because I've had a lot of problems with UMG also on TikTok. Not so much on TikTok, but like sometimes they'll just copyright your video and like mute it randomly. That happened to me before on TikTok before this whole fiasco. But the big problem is on YouTube. Like videos getting blocked. Like that's one of my biggest pet peeves is like a video that I post on YouTube gets blocked by UMG. We're just blocked worldwide for listening to a song. And it's like, why? You can take all the money from the video. I don't care. I do not care. Like they take all the money and they can just do whatever they want with the money. But do not block the video. Like I want you guys to see the videos. You know what I'm saying? Like even if I don't make zero money on a video, I don't really care. This is for fun. This is still for fun for me. But they would block videos all the time, so I can see them, being a little greedy. So I don't really know. I don't really know who to vote for here. Like, I think the things that they say, I agree with. I think artists should be getting compensation for the use of their songs. Like I said, I say them on YouTube. If you use an artist's song, if your video gets copyrighted and they get the profit from the video, that's fine. I'm totally okay with that. But then, the use of AI has been a little, skeptical too. So I hope that one I kind of agree with, but I don't know who to agree with because UMG's kind of been blasting me for years. So I don't know if they're, hopefully I don't get, if I get signed by a label that's owned by UMG, they're going to come back at this video and be like, excuse me, take that down. But I don't know. I hope they are able to make come to a decision, and that works for both of them, because I do think that it is important, especially some of these smaller, obviously for Drake and The Weeknd and Bad Bunny and all these artists, it doesn't really matter. They don't really need TikTok for their stuff to do well. But some of these like smaller artists that are signed to like these smaller labels that are owned by UMG, a lot of these guys use TikTok as a big way to boost their songs. Whether they just keep constantly posting them or like have a little dance to them or have a viral challenge through it. Like a lot of these guys rely on TikTok. I mean, it being like the biggest platform at this moment to help push their stuff. I mean, TikTok has definitely gotten progressively worse. Like it's just gotten like a rat hole of like reposts, but people still use the content, still use the songs. So I guess, the WMG artists are gonna thrive for a while until some sort of deal is made, until they pull the plug on that, and then there's zero music on TikTok. I guess we'll see. But yeah, let me know down below. Do you agree with a certain person? Do you disagree with one of the sides? Let me know. So the third story I got today. Killer Mike sweeps the Grammys for best rap, just whatever. Killer Mike sweeps him. He wins best rap performance over Baby Keem and Kendrick, Drake and 21, Coi Leray. He wins best rap song. And the biggest one that a lot of people are pissed about is biggest rap album over Drake and 21's Her Loss, Metro Boomin's Heroes and Villains, and Travis Scott's Utopia. Now, fans are pissed because this is the second time that Travis has lost the Grammy for best album. He lost it for obviously Utopia, but then lost it for Astroworld as well, and he lost to Cardi B that year. Say what you want, but Cardi B definitely was putting up more numbers that year. Like, she was going crazy. I agree that I think Astroworld should have won over Cardi B, but she was doing numbers. But social media has been kind of buzzing about people being like, who is Killer Mike? And like, no one knows who he is. Not knowing who he is, but not respecting his game are different things, right? If you just don't know who he is, that's fine. But like, to be like, who? This is some random artist that just came in and won. He's not some random artist. He's been doing this forever. He's been doing this for a long time. And, I personally didn't listen to the album, but my buddy Nick listened to the album and he said it was pretty good. He really liked it. So I'm like, I'm not here to sit here and contemplate whether this album's better, this album's better. It's all based on opinion. You can, if you like more of the traditional rap style of things, you'll probably like Killer Mike's album better. If you like the more, the crazy production, the cool auto-tune effects and all this stuff, then you'll probably like Travis's album better. It's really up to you. But where it doesn't make sense to me is I feel like sometimes the Grammys, sometimes is a popularity contest, but sometimes is not. And let me explain. So, I feel like there are times where the Grammys for best rap album or best song or best whatever is all based in numbers. And this album did the most numbers this year, so this is the one that's gonna win, regardless of like what the public thinks. I think of Macklemore winning over. I think he won over Kendrick that year. Like, was Macklemore doing bigger numbers? Yes, probably. Was it a rap album? No. No. And I think it's the same, like, I want to say the same thing with the Cardi B one. Did it do bigger numbers? Maybe. Because it had, like, Bodak Yellow on. It was going crazy. Was it a better album? No. Now we sit here, 2024, Travis's album, just look at Spotify alone. Killer Mike's total, like, combined total of all his streams, it like wasn't even like all his album streams combined doesn't hit the worst performing song on Travis's album. So it's just kind of hard to see like where their heads are at when it comes to like certain things, because you're like, so is it based on the numbers and based on the popularity, or is it just based on whoever the hell you want to give it to? And maybe Travis has been talking too much shit, because he's been talking shit about it. The Grammys, he has, but it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Do I personally agree? No, but again, I haven't listened to the album. I can't fully judge, but I think based off numbers alone, I do think that, I don't think you can fully base something off of numbers, but I feel like Travis should have won. It's kind of crazy that he didn't win after he put out that album and how crazy it went throughout the year. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping about it. The last story. Now, this one doesn't have too much coverage, so this one's going to go quick. A video surfaced online. It was allegedly of Drake. And it was Drake, basically an explicit video of Drake holding his schlong. And it's kind of like him laying down, like laid back, posted up in the mirror with his schlong out and all this stuff. Now, the hard part here is, no pun intended, there's no evidence that it's him, because it's hard to tell. You can't see shit. It's like a blurry video. Like the phone is like covering, the face of the person who this is. So you can't really tell entirely. And he hasn't said anything. So I don't know. I really don't know if it's him. The internet's been talking about it. I'll just say, like, congrats to whoever the man is in that video. If it's Drake, like, hey, of course. But if it's some random guy, like, also congrats, we get it, you're him. But no one has yet to, and this is why I'm super leaning towards that it actually is Drake, is because he has yet to comment anything about it. So he had a concert, I believe it was last night, and he was like talking about, he was like, I know you guys want me to address the allegations. And he was like, yes, it's true, my dad is here, or like made like a little joke about it. So that's what it has me leaning towards, that it is him, but he doesn't want to like confirm that it's him. Because like, I feel like if a video came out, a crazy video like that of me, and I was like, oh my God, or like a video that came out and they're like, yo, this is King Boyce fucking, doing this on camera. I'd be like, if it wasn't me, I'd be like, yo, right away, I'd be like, hey, that isn't me. Like, y'all can believe if you want, but that is not me. But if it is me, I'm not saying shit. I'm not saying nothing. So I don't know. I feel like that's why I'm leaning towards more so that it is him, and maybe he's embarrassed by it or whatever. I mean, you got nothing to be embarrassed about, my guy. But I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It's hard to tell. Of course, it's like a blurry ass video too. It's kind of like, how the hell is this still? We're in like 2024. How are you even recording blurry videos? Like, I don't even understand. But I don't know. So we'll see if there's more news on that. Maybe I'll update it in another video soon. But his only comment was like making a little joke, being like, I want to address the allegations. My dad is here tonight, yes. And so he kind of made a little jokey about it, but no confirmation or denial. So I'm leaning towards it is him, but again, I don't know. I'm just here giving my opinions on news stories. All right, so that will conclude episode 1. I don't even know what I'm going to call this yet. I'll probably decide when I post it. Maybe like this month's news. But I don't know. I want to do something clever, but I don't really know. So we'll see. We'll see what it's titled, but let me know. Man, I've been talking for like 20 minutes straight, so my throat is so ayo. But let me know if you guys want a second one of these. If you guys want this to turn into a series where I just talk about news stories for a little bit. I think it's a fun way to get more content as well, because I've seen people have like expressed to me before that they want me to talk about certain stories or certain things. So if this is something you guys want to see more of, let me know down in the comments. If there's certain stories you'd like me to look into more or if you have any updates, if you know any updates about some stories, please let me know. And also, if you like have an update on a story, like if you could like link, your source. Hopefully it's not just some Twitter source or like just something you heard from the grapevine. Like if you have an actual source on something, I'd like to know, and then I'll make a little update about it. But yeah, if this does decently well, we'll see, and maybe I'll do a part 2, or number 2 or number 3 or number 4. We'll see. Maybe I'll make this a long-term series. Maybe I won't. It's just up to you guys. And again, if it does well, maybe we can even do like shorter videos and do like bi-weekly ones, even maybe weekly ones if people are messing with it a lot. I don't know. We'll see. So, all right. Thank y'all. Love y'all. And until next time, it's your boy, King Boyce Productions. Squaw.
My love's like a black hole sun, so bright when it burns, so dark when it's done. So hard to relate to one when I find myself tripping off that blunt, tripping off this blunt. So I might be blunt if I do confront you. Don't run, no, don't run from the black hole sun.